North Korea's constant firing of missiles not only has South Korea on edge, but now even Japan is worried and is on alert. North Korea fired multiple ballistic missiles on Thursday, including a possible failed Intercontinental ballistic missile or ICBM that triggered an alert for residents in parts of central and northern Japan to seek shelter. Hello and welcome to India Today. I'm Anjali Istawal. We are going to try and find out why is North Korea launching missiles constantly and why is Japan worried? Despite an initial government warning that a missile had flown over Japan, Tokyo later said that was incorrect. Officials in South Korea and Japan said that the missile may have been an Intercontinental ballistic missile or ICBM, which are North Korea's longest range weapons and are designed to carry a nuclear warhead to other side of the planet. South Korean officials believe that ICBM failed in flight, and their news agency reported without elaborating that it failed. A spokesman for South Korea's Ministry of Defense declined to confirm the possible failure. Japanese Defense Minister said that the government had lost track of the missile over the Sea of Japan, prompting it to correct its announcement that it had flown over Japan. The launches came a day after North Korea fired at least 23 to 30 missiles, the most in a single day, including one that landed off South Korea's coast for the first time. After the first launch on Thursday, residents of Miyagi, Yamagata and Niigata areas in Japan were warned to seek shelter indoors. Prime Minister of Japan, Fumio Kishida, said North Korea's repeated missile launches are an outrage and absolutely cannot be forgiven. Now let's try and understand why is North Korea firing missiles into sea. The launches came after North Korea demanded that the United States and South Korea stop large-scale military exercises, saying such military rashness and provocation cannot be tolerated. It has said before that a recent flurry of missile launches and other military activities were actually protests of those drills. The two allies have been conducting one of the largest air exercises ever, with the hundreds of South Korean and US warplanes, including F-35 fighters, staging around-the-clock simulated missions. Seoul and Washington say the drills are defensive and are needed to counter the North's threats. On October 4th, North Korea launched a ballistic missile over Japan for the first time in 5 years that prompted a warning for residents to take cover. It was the farthest North Korea has ever fired a missile. As a North Korean missile landed close to the territorial waters of South Korea, South Korean warplanes fired 3 air-to-ground missiles into the sea in response. An official of the South Korean military said the weapon used included a US-made standoff precision attack weapon. The South's launches came after it vowed a swift and firm response, so North Korea, as I quote, pays the price for provocation. Nuclear-armed North Korea has tested a record number of missiles this year, and officials in Seoul and Washington say the North has completed technical preparations to conduct a nuclear weapon test for the first time since 2017. South Korea currently is observing a national week of mourning after more than 150 people were killed in a weekend crowd surge in Seoul. Despite that, United States and South Korea began one of their largest combined military air drills on Monday. Dubbed Vigilant Storm, the exercises involved hundreds of warplanes from both sides staging mock attacks 24 hours a day. On Tuesday in Washington, US State Department spokesperson Ned Price responded to North Korea's warnings about a powerful response to the drills by saying that the drills were purely defensive in nature and that the United States had made clear to North Korea that it harbored no hostile intent towards the country. Do tell us what you think about this video in our comment section, and also subscribe to India Today for latest news updates.